Hello, buddy. Welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor. Let's go ahead and get in here doing a coaching session for Dylan Dagan. So, as always, special thanks for the donation. If you'd like a coaching session yourself, just email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. It's just $25 if you're not a channel member. If you are a channel member, then it's just $20. If you would like to become a member, then just hit that join button on YouTube. Just a few dollars a month. Helps out a ton to support the content. And this is the very beginning of patch 10.1. So there's still a lot of chaos going on here, and Dylan's trying to get us to help him out a bit. So I will say, for people that are frustrated with preseason, I am too. It's very tough because not only are they pulling a lot of people down, which kind of hurts everybody's mental, because everyone is now a lot lower than they used to being. You get a lot of people that just haven't played in a while either, and the MMR doesn't decay. So if you're at higher elo brackets, your LP can decay, but that doesn't even happen until you get into Diamond. So that means that you could still be ranked Gold 3, for example, and maybe you haven't played since July, or someone on your team the system thinks they're Gold 3, even though they haven't played since July, and then they just jump right in and start playing ranked immediately. Well, that's not Gold 3, actually. It's probably a lot closer to, like, Silver or something, like Silver 1 or Silver 2 play level. Because they're just going to be really, really rusty. They haven't played in a while. The game evolves quickly, and your mechanics can definitely get a lot worse. So I think that's a huge part of what's going on, is you have people that, a lot of which didn't really play a lot during the preseason at least, and some people haven't played it much longer than that. So you kind of get in a lot more of sort of the casual crowd kind of coming back in to check it out. And that makes for some potentially lopsided games. Okay, you need to be getting in here trying to trade more with the Kaisa. Like, every time she goes up to auto-attack, you should be auto-attacking her. Because she has 525 range, and I think Senna starts at 625. And this Blitzcrank's playing so far back, like... he's playing absurdly far back. So every time she auto-attacks, you need to auto-attack her back. And then see if you can land Qs through these minions also. Your range gets extended on your Q through minions. So if you like Q right here, then it gets like, it gets to be like 1500 range or something on her harass. It's really, really long harass. So yeah, there you go. You definitely need to be auto attacking a lot more. There you go. Yeah. That should be happening all the time. That's one thing, is both of y'all are playing way too far back. Especially since, Warwick's like up here near mid lane. Try to push up and see if you can get Scuttle right here. Just like cue the wave, push in. They're low too. They won't be able to fight you for it. Warwick's on the top side. Okay, here you go. Yeah. Fight. Nah, Annie's not coming. Y'all might be screwed here. Yeah, splash over the wall. Everybody's done. Yeah, Annie didn't rotate. I think if y'all got priority and rotated up there a little bit faster, like if you're it's like maybe 3 steps faster and you hit your W on the Warwick, I think y'all maybe could have turned that around. But yeah, the fight took too long, and Yasuo was able to rotate down. But yeah, in general, I think you should be harassing a lot more early on, and really, because Senna, like, laning phase, I think, is her strongest phase. Because her items are really expensive, so if you don't get ahead early, then you can definitely start falling behind. Through his hook in the opposite direction. Y'all gotta be a little careful, as Warwick could gank you. Yeah, he's middle now. Killing spree. Hearts beat together. Yeah, let's go ahead and back. I'm kind of wondered if like Manamune on support would be okay. I don't see anyone doing it though. I think you probably have to just go for the Umbral. Neo Kings 2012. I'm probably not going to be able to run that, man. The historical Total Wars just get, like, no viewership. It would probably be fun. I would enjoy it, but I just don't think I'd have the viewership for it. I'm going to try to start doing some more Total War this week. I know I've been on a little bit of a break the last week or week and a half or so. Been pretty busy with school starting up. Yeah, I've got to be working more on my dissertation this year. I've really got to get this done. It's kind of like the last minute I can do it. But yeah, I mean, because even like my like Western Roman Empire Total War Attila, it's just like started getting, you know, only a couple hundred views or something tops after the first few episodes. I know. It would be really fun, man. I'm sure I would enjoy it, but there's just not really a large appetite for, at least not on my channel, for the historical Total Wars. Like, Warhammer is just way more viewership for Warhammer, and I don't even get that much viewership for Warhammer. You know, I just can't be dropping like, you know, 20 plus hours on a campaign when there's gonna be like 50 people watching every episode. Unfortunately. Alright. Yeah, mid's missing. Hey, thanks, Kill. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, y'all are losing control of this river. It's not good. They're probably gonna get Dragon here soon. Unless y'all get this kill. You lost a couple of autos there. Yeah, I'm not what? What happened there? Yeah, I think you lost like 2 auto attack. Like, there's really no point in activating your E there. It's like you're already on top of her, and like the animation to activate that, I think costs you like 1 or 2 auto attacks. So I think you could, and you had exhaust, I think, too. So yeah, you should have just and did you have, no, your ult's on cooldown. But yeah, you should have just auto attacked her. Wait until she finishes her E and then try to Q her. And ideally, you want to take a little bit of damage, or like have someone on your team take a little bit of damage before you use your Q. Like, you don't want to open up the fight with your Q, because then you don't get any value out of the heal component. Just like let them at least hit you once or twice and then Q. And then once she finishes her her dash or whatever, you need to hit her with the W too. Wait, what happened there? Yeah, I think, like, I'm not really sure why you're turning on the E in these moments. Like, right when you're about to fight, you turn on the E. And it costs you, like, it costs you autos to do that. Like, you really just want to save your E for when you're, like, trying to boost people in for an engage, or, like, if you're disengaging. But if you're already, like, really close, you really don't want to charge it up, because, like, the animation's pretty long. Be careful. This could be warded. You have your ult? No, you don't have it. Her ult's such a long cooldown, too. Yeah, you need more vision now. Do you not have your... You don't have the wards yet? Yeah, I would just say, like, step one here is, like, you have to be close to a lane and try to get these, you gotta try to get wards. They're just crushing you guys on vision, and Blitz is just like roaming around everywhere. I think if you're gonna play Senna, the big thing is like you have to absolutely dominate the laning phase. Like that's the biggest thing. Is I mean, you did get some harassment in there, but they kind of got a free lane, which shouldn't really be happening, especially with how passive that Blitz was playing. That's a huge problem right now, that Caitlyn's down like 40 CS. Now, not all of that's your fault, obviously, but like... I definitely think you could have, pressured a little bit more. Yeah, Kimoy, I'm not sure, man. I have to watch your individual gameplay, but I would say you need to stick with, like... need to stick with some champions. It feels like almost every other day you're switching champions over to something else. I think that's a huge deal. If you're trying to win, you need to have a much more narrow champion pool. That's really simple to fix. That's just a champ select thing. And just don't bail on them immediately, you know, if you lose a couple of games. Just pick something that's strong. It's relatively, like, mechanically simple to play. And just play a lot of that champion. Like, that's how you get out of... I think you said you were in bronze or something. Like, that's how you get out of that. Focus on, like, pretty... You know... basic stuff, right? Pick a champion, low mechanics. Yeah, I think you need to just be hanging out middle right now and just kind of A-ramming a little bit. It's not... Because you can't really roam against Blitzcrank in that war wave. I think it's just, and you're just losing experience by, like, trying to roam around between lanes. Yeah, just pick something that's mechanically simple. Play the same, like, 3 champions all the time. Die less, ward more. You know, try to die 4 times or less every game. Try to average 1 ward per minute. And 1 control ward per 5 minutes. Okay, yeah, I mean, Malzahar and Annie are great. Just try to... Well, if you're not support, you're not going to average 1 ward per minute, but you can definitely get the control wards down. And just try to look, like, focus on objectives and try to shot call a little bit more. Like, really simple thing. As soon as you kill somebody, like, look for something you can get. Is there a dragon up? Can you make a rotation? Are people overextended? Bot lane or top lane, can you rotate? Yeah, I would have just kept running this way. If you had your W, just try to W Warwick in the face and flash away. I mean, none of those things require, like, really, like, super deep knowledge of the game. I mean, the shot calling requires a little bit more knowledge, but, like, the other stuff is just fundamentals. Try to get, if you're playing a laner like that, you're playing mid lane, try to average at least 60 CS per 10 minutes, or in the first 10 minutes, try to average 60. If you can get to 70, that's great, but that's kind of a tall order for bronze. But I think if you can get to 60, that'll probably be better than a lot of people. And that's something, you know, people are not going to contest your CS a lot of times. Even in gold, a lot of people just sit there and opt into a farm off. So if you can just last hit better than they can. And Annie's great at last hitting too. You just always use your Q to last hit. You should be able to get good CS with Annie. So those are all things, I mean, you probably work on at least some of those. And it's not like it's ever really done. Like, you can always do all of those things better, too. And those are just kind of like the fundamentals of good play. I might go Ionian boots on her instead of swiftness. Yeah, come over. I'm trying to ping. I was trying to ping the Yasuo there. Yeah, you're too far up. You need to be hanging out like next to Caitlyn, basically in the back. You're trying to peel with your W and just hit your Qs whenever you can. I mean, this game is a tough one. I think so. The biggest stuff, to kind of recap, is early on. When the enemy goes for an auto attack on a minion, you auto attack them, because they have a choice. Either they use their auto on you, or they use the auto on the minion. Especially against like low range AD carries like Kai'Sa, Sivir, Lucian. All of these have under 550, and you're gonna have 625 to start. So make sure you're using that. The minions are gonna hit you back a little bit, but you know that's okay. You can just duck into the brush after you auto attack, and then you can like your Q heals you as well, and then try to push up if you can. Just keep, every time you auto attack, it's naturally going to push a little bit because the minions are going to stop auto attacking the other minions. The enemy minions will stop auto attacking your minions and they'll go for you instead. So that's naturally going to push it up a little bit more too. And then try to get those rotations. You're a little bit slow on that scuttle rotation that turned into a disaster. Now, some of that was because Annie didn't show up too, but that was like probably the biggest thing that you could work on is the early game. And then kind of in this mid game, when your team's just getting blasted, just try to get some safe wards down and just hang out in the middle, and just maybe the enemy team just ARAMs you for 10 minutes and you get to kind of farm back into the game. It's really hard to roam like on Senna when they've got like a Warwick and a Blitzcrank that are pretty far ahead. Best build on Olaf? I'm not really sure, honestly. I don't know. I don't know if he's still going Righteous Gory or not. I feel like Righteous Gory can be really good on him, but I think I haven't seen Olaf's doing that lately. It's usually like, what, Warrior? Is it like Warrior Cleaver? It's probably like Warrior Cleaver defensive items. Spirit Visage or I don't know if you would get Dead Man's Blade on him. I'm not that sure. You just have to U.GG it, I guess. Yeah, I think it's Cleaver. Maybe Sterix. Might be situational. I feel like Warrior Cleaver is the opening. You can play Fizz. Fizz is a little bit more challenging, but... I don't think Fizz is great for if you're still kind of working on some of the basics, because his wave clear is not that great, and he's, I don't know. All-in champions are really dangerous too, because if you don't calculate, if you don't know the matchups exactly correctly, you can fall behind and then you don't have any utility. At least with Annie, like, you've got your stun for a fight, you've Malzahar, you've got your R for picks. I don't know, those two should be fine. Like, you don't need to have a third champ unless you're just bored. Like, neither one of those are banned and they're rarely picked. If you're bored, though, I mean, that's just really a problem of, like, motivation rather than, I don't know, needing a third champ. Yeah, I mean, this game's just, like, really hard to come back in right now. I would just be hanging out closer to Caitlyn, trying to peel. You're getting caught out a little bit too much. Yeah, I mean, you can Syndra. Syndra's a little bit harder. I mean, your way to hyper carry is just consistent play. I wouldn't recommend things like Vel'Koz or Xerath. It's too skill shot reliant for bronze. I mean, you could try something like Diana, but I just think that melee champions are a lot harder to, yeah, maybe Ahri. Melee champions are a lot more difficult to play, I think, in general. Your positioning is a lot harder. And if you get baited into bad situations, you can't really get out. How'd you end up dying there? Let me see. What? Did you use your W? Okay, yeah, you did use your W. Okay. Yeah, you need to run back, run back. Use max range, max range. Alright, he's kind of got Darius flashed in on you. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of hard to...
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Oh, were you still dead from the previous fight? Okay, yeah. I was like, hey, wait, how did you die again? Oh, okay, you're still just dead when they fight here. Oh no, you did die pretty early on. Yeah. You just gotta respect the blitz. I think you're just kind of using the E. I mean, it's okay, I suppose. Yeah, I think the range is kind of, you do need to be trying to stay at max range a little bit more. I don't know if Brand's a best support in the league. Brand is pretty good at, like, silver and lower, but... where it's a lot easier to land those W's. Do they have the soul? Oh, it has it up here. Okay, so now it is telling you which dragon do you have up there. Okay. I think that might be new on this patch. I feel like it didn't used to tell you that. I mean, Darius is top. Like, y'all have a chance here. He's just randomly top. So, yeah, if you get a good engage. Okay, you got your W up to W her. Don't stand that close. Don't stand that close. Yeah, you gotta stay at max range. You gotta use that full, you know, 600 plus auto attack range. Some more coffee. Oh, that was nice. Okay. Baron's coming up. Nice. Okay, gonna shut her down too. Yeah, I just get... yeah, get an inhibitor, then Baron. Hey, what's up? Is that the cat? I don't know if you're gonna have time for both. Maybe. You might actually. You got 20 seconds? Yeah, y'all might actually be able to end here. Yeah. I think y'all can end. Yeah, 15 seconds on Yasuo. Yeah, 2 inhibitors down. I think you gotta try for it. I think you probably get it. Oh yeah, I remember Banner Command. I mean, I don't know. That just feels to me like it was just yesterday Banner Command was banned, but I guess with they're not gonna bring back macro items. At least not anytime soon. They said they want to kind of explore it, but macro's just so strong in pro. Okay, so y'all did end up winning that off of basically like a miracle anti-stun Diana like engage, and you just pretty much deleted 3 people. But yeah, I think early on the biggest thing is just, you know, just think nothing is free. That's the biggest lesson. I feel like we've said this in other coaching sessions too, because we've done a lot with Dylan. Is just think nothing's free. You know, every time they want to hit a CS, you're making them pay a price. If you're playing something long range like Senna or just really anything that's range that can harass during the laning phase, you want to walk up and just see if you can harass them as much as you possibly can whenever they are going for a CS. So you need to make them choose. Do they want to take damage or do they want to get that CS? You can't give them any free CS. Unless they're like pressuring you off of that. But the Blitzcrank was hanging out really far back, and Kaisa was like, they were just so scared of you that I think you could have pressured them way more. And then try to rotate, get the scuttles more, try to get deeper vision in their jungle. And then when you do fall behind, try to minimize your losses by just sort of hanging out with your team. And just kind of ARAM in middle till you get back in. Another thing is, yeah, don't wait on them to burn abilities. You go up and you initiate the fight in this lane because you have a heal and they don't. So even if they do hit you back a couple of times, it's not going to matter that much. And then, yeah, in team fights, try to use like that maximum range. Just be as far back as you possibly can, because you're paying a lot for your range as Senna. Like, she gives up a lot of her power budget if she's not using max range. Yeah, but if the Blitz is playing really far back, like, won't go into all of this again, but like, if Blitz is playing really far back, then and there's a minion wave, then he's not going to hit you in the minion wave, right? So, like, look how far back that dude's playing. Like, if he's standing over here or something, like, looking for a hook, then yeah, you could be scared of him, but like, right here, like, when y'all walk up, like this, as long as you're behind the minions, he can't hit you. Like, auto-attack him, yeah, you get him once there, but it should be a lot more. Look how far back he is. He's, like, absurdly far back. So, yeah, once that... Yeah, and definitely once he misses that, just go for him, you know? Good. So you go for him when he misses it, but just stay on him. Like, it's 20-second cooldown on that hook. You know? And y'all are both playing so far back here. You say, like, you should both... Once he misses that hook, she shouldn't hit any CS for 20 seconds. Like, you should both be, like, up here, like, in her face. So that's kind of the biggest thing. Is, like, both sides are playing, like... way too far back. And like I said earlier, like, it's okay if you're gonna take a couple of hits from the minions when you auto attack them. That's fine for the most part, because you can heal it back with your Q. But yeah, I think you should be looking for, you know, more aggressive trades like that. But anyways, that's gonna be it. Thank you very much. As always, I appreciate it. Anyone else would like a coaching session, just email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. If you want to watch more coaching videos, then I'll have a link in the description. If you want to click through that and just check out the thumbnails, you can see the champion that I'm coaching. And otherwise, the stream's going to continue, but that's it for the coaching session. Thank you very much, and have a good day.